It's 3 in the morning, you're wide awake, the house is quiet, everyone else is asleep, and your mind has decided this is the perfect time to think about everything. You fell asleep fine. That was never the problem. The problem is staying asleep, and it started somewhere in your 40s. And nobody warned you, so here's the main reason, and almost no one explains it. You're losing progesterone. Progesterone is the calming hormone. It's the one that quiets your nervous system and helps you stay asleep through the night. And in your 40s, it's usually the first hormone to start dropping, years before your periods actually stop, and years before anyone uses the word menopause with you. That's why this feels so confusing. Your cycle might still be regular, your blood work might come back normal, but the hormone that was holding your sleep together has quietly stepped back, and now every small thing, a noise, a warm room, a worry, is enough to pull you all the way awake at 3 in the morning. You are not imagining it, and you have not suddenly become bad at sleeping. Your body changed the recipe without telling you. And I want to say something before we go further because I hear this constantly. A lot of women have already raised this with a doctor and been told they're fine, or that it's stress, or handed a sleeping tablet. If that's happened to you, it doesn't mean nothing is wrong. It usually means the right question wasn't asked. So let's go through what's actually happening, one piece at a time. The second reason is estrogen, and it works differently than you'd think. Estrogen doesn't drop smoothly. In your 40s, it swings, up and down, unpredictably, and estrogen helps control your body's internal thermostat. When it dips at night, your temperature control goes haywire, and you get a surge of heat. Now here's the part most women miss. It doesn't have to be a dramatic, drenching night sweat. Often it's much subtler. You just wake up, feel a little warm, kick off a blanket, and never connect it to hormones at all. You think you woke up for no reason. You didn't. You woke up because your thermostat glitched. Third, your stress hormone is arriving too early. Cortisol is supposed to be lowest overnight and then rise around dawn to wake you up. But with less progesterone buffering it, and with the ordinary load most women in their 40s and 50s carry, cortisol can start climbing hours ahead of schedule. That's the specific reason so many women wake between 2 and 4 in the morning and then lie there feeling alert and slightly anxious, which is a very strange thing to feel at 3 a.m. That alert feeling isn't in your head. It's a hormone arriving early for its shift. Fourth, and this one's easy to fix, your blood sugar dipping overnight. If you eat dinner early, or eat very lightly, or have a sugary snack before bed that spikes and then crashes, your blood sugar can fall low in the night. Your body treats that as an emergency and releases adrenaline to bring it back up. And adrenaline wakes you up. Same 3 a.m. window, different cause. And then there's a fifth reason, which is the one almost nobody connects to sleep, and it's the one I most want you to hear. After menopause, a woman's risk of sleep apnea rises sharply. Estrogen was partly protecting the airway, and when it goes, that protection goes with it. Here's why it gets missed. Most people picture sleep apnea as a large man snoring loudly. In women, it often looks completely different. Insomnia, waking repeatedly, morning headaches, exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, sometimes anxiety. Women get told they have insomnia or stress, or it's just menopause, when their airway is actually closing dozens of times a night. So, if you wake unrefreshed, no matter how many hours you spend in bed, if you wake with a headache, or if anyone has ever told you that you snore or seem to stop breathing, that's worth a conversation with your doctor and possibly a sleep study. This one is genuinely worth ruling out because treating it changes everything else. So what helps? A few things, and they're all things you can start this week. Keep your bedroom genuinely cool, cooler than feels normal. And use layers you can throw off without waking fully. You're managing a thermostat problem, so treat it like one. Be honest about alcohol. I know an evening glass helps you fall asleep, and it does. But alcohol fragments the second half of the night and makes hot flashes worse, so it buys you the first half and charges you the second. If your wakings cluster after a drink, you have your answer. Don't go to bed either hungry or sugar spiked. A small amount of protein in the evening steadies blood sugar overnight, far better than something sweet. Get real daylight in your eyes in the morning, properly outside, not through a window. It anchors the whole rhythm and pulls cortisol back to its proper schedule. And keep the room dark and your phone out of reach, because when you wake at 3, the screen is what turns a 5-minute waking into a 2-hour one. One more, and it's the hardest to hear. If you lie awake for more than about 20 minutes, get up. Sit somewhere dim and dull until you feel sleepy again. Staying in bed frustrated teaches your brain that the bed is a place for lying awake. And that lesson is surprisingly hard to unteach. Now, 2 things worth taking to your own doctor rather than sorting out alone. Hormone therapy helps sleep considerably for some women, and the guidance around it has changed a great deal in recent years. So if you've been avoiding the conversation because of something you heard a decade ago, it's worth having properly, with someone who knows your history. And please get your thyroid checked if you haven't recently. An underactive or overactive thyroid causes exactly this pattern and is easy to miss because everyone assumes it's just hormones. So, if you take one thing from this, waking at 3 in the morning after 45 is not a personal failure and not something you have to accept quietly for the next 10 years. It's usually progesterone, a glitching thermostat, cortisol arriving early, blood sugar dipping, and sometimes an airway problem nobody checked. Start with the cool room, the honest look at alcohol, and morning daylight. And if you wake up tired no matter how long you sleep, ask about a sleep study. If this explains something you've been trying to figure out for years, leave a comment and send it to a friend who's awake at 3 too. She probably thinks it's just her. And tell me, what time do you wake up? I read them all. This channel is educational and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Talk to your own doctor about your symptoms, hormone therapy, or any sleep concerns.